You are listening to the Hello Sport podcast.
What up, what up, what up, what up?
What up, what up, what up? Third podcast of the day, and I'm feeling really tired. Third podcast of the day. Pre-recording Thursday, because Easter is on Friday, and we're taking Thursday off, so we're recording this on Wednesday.
Recording this on Wednesday, because we're taking Thursday off. We're taking
Thursday off, guys. We're taking Thursday off. Taking Thursday off.
Why are we taking Thursday off? Well, let me spin you an old yarn.
Spin it, baby.
Punters and dribblers, settle into an old yarn.
Gather round.
Gather round, boys and girls. Punters and dribblers. Because I'm about to spin an old yarn.
It's a big one.
Last time I went home to Easter, Dubbo for Easter, we were having to deal with the reality of the second highway over the mountains, the Bells Line of Road, as it's commonly referred to, Thomas, was closed due to a landslide or a mudslide or a falling of rocks.
I'd argue that a mud and a land is the same thing.
Well, I think does a landslide, does it need to be dry? Mudslide wet? Landslide dry?
No, surely not. I think that'd be ridiculous.
Why?
Because it's still land sliding.
But mud means it's water affected. Dry could just be, I don't know.
I don't think you have landslides that aren't water related, or at least water affected.
Dave?
A landslide is a mass movement of soil, rocks, or other debris down a slope across the surface of the earth. A mudslide is the large-scale movement of fine particles that are partly liquefied or along a slope. So basically, Tom was right. If it's wet, it's a mudslide. If it's dry,
So I was right.
That was
Eddie was right. Yeah.
Well, but there was no mention of it having to be wet or dry there.
So
well,
basically,
it says that are partly liquefied.
so basically I'm a genius.
Well, I'd say that landslides probably still happen in the wet, but mudslides are just mud.
Well, all mudslides are landslides, but not all landslides.
Well, put it this way,
mudslides.
mudslides are when mud's moving.
Well, Dave seems to think that all landslides are mudslides.
No.
All mudslides are landslides.
Yeah. Because mud in itself is
part
land.
of the land.
Yeah.
But not all
But
landslides.
if I wanted to be specific and it was wet, you would say mudslide. But you could also landslide,
No, because
and
I'm
you'd be
saying
correct.
you could have a landslide that was water based in that a lot of rain caused it, but it caused the earth to fall away, as opposed to it just being like a muddy sludge. It's like, oh no, half of the fucking hill here collapsed down the mountain.
Sure.
Because it was
Semantics.
It is semantics. Back to your yarn, buddy.
So it was mudslide, but it could have been a landslide. It could have been both. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, that caused fucking havoc over the mountains. On the way back, I had to go through the Hunter Valley, which if you know the quickest route from Dubbo to Sydney, it's not through the Hunter Valley. And it was an experience that wore me down, Thomas. It wore me down. Now, I don't do unbelievably well in traffic jams. I'm going to put my hand up and I'm going to be honest.
In what sense?
They frustrate me greatly.
Okay. I thought it might have been about a back.
No. As in, like, I start to question why the fuck the traffic's not moving. I'm like, this should be moving quicker. Why is this gone for so long? Why is this dickhead fucking chilling? Why, you know what I mean? It gets me down. And then I start to look for a good lane, a lane with a bit of go about it.
That's the toughest thing. When you start looking for a lane with go, and you don't get it, you pick the wrong one, that'll send a man crazy.
I tell you what sent me mad more than anything, would send me mad, what does send me mad, is if I'm cruising down the highway, right? 3-laner, 2-laner, whatever. I'm on a freeway. And out of nowhere, bang, traffic jam. And then 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, you're out of it. And nothing fucking caused it. There's no accident here. There's nothing to see, right? That boils my fucking blood.
Because someone's just been driving slow?
That's exactly it. It ripples through the traffic. So someone being really heavy on the brake, it ripples through the traffic and it fucks me over.
So what's the yarn?
So my point is, off the back of horrific traffic, I don't think I can ever sit in Good Friday and Easter Monday traffic again.
Shout out to those of you listening to this in traffic right now.
We've shifted our whole holiday, haven't we, Tom?
We have. We've shifted the whole thing. One of the perks of running your own show.
If you ever question whether or not Tom and I play our eyes up footy, The fact that we've moved our holiday forward a day tells you everything you need to know.
So what we do is, because I'm also going to be hopping in my four-wheeled vehicle and driving to Tumut. And I'll tell you this for free. The traffic ain't any better going that way. It ain't any better. They're all back. It's fucked as well. So what we do, punters, dribblers, the eyes up, is you go down Thursday, you come back Sunday. Fuck off the Friday traffic, fuck off the Monday traffic. You're good to go. And you know what we do Monday? Because we're back Sunday, we're back into our work.
We're back. We're doing a potty. You know why? It's for the punter and the dribbler stuck in the worst traffic of his young life or old life or middle-aged life, heading back on the way from seeing his in-laws. He's had a cunt of a weekend. His kids are screaming.
His father-in-law does not respect him.
He doesn't. The father-in-law was brushing him all weekend, calling
Giving him undermining little comments.
Just niggling. They went and played golf. The father-in-law shot 8 over and you had a fucking barrier. You shot 135. So you're feeling it.
But also, like,
feeling the weight of the weekend.
The mother-in-law and probably the father-in-law as well undermine you with your kids. You tell the kids no, they say yes. Your kids now don't respect you. At this point, you're the lowest on the rung in terms of everyone at this thing.
You're the lowest on the rung.
You could not be lower. You sneak off to go and have a little vegan cigarette just to cool the fucking nerves, get away from everyone. They come back and they probably catch you out for it because you reek and you can't smell and you don't realise that you stink of it.
You know what I mean? Maybe you're born without smell and now you're reeking at a vegan cigarette because you're getting belittled.
Just trying to get away from the family for a second. Your eyes are bloodshot as fuck. You forget that. You start having a panic attack at dinner. Have to take another moment.
Now you got to go. Now you've had 2 moments in half an hour.
Yeah.
I know it's 2 more moments than you thought you were going to have, and
2 more moments than you were hoping you'd have,
and probably 2 more than is appropriate. So now you're in a moment hole, and you're trying to scramble out.
You're stuck in a moment. You can't get out of it. Shout out to you too.
Now conversation around the dinner table shifted to your wife's ex-boyfriend, who was a lovely guy, who's rich as fuck, who made a fucking boatload of money.
He's a 7-figure fella.
He's a 7-figure figure. He's big in crypto.
He's taller than you are. He has a better body.
He's 6'6". He's chiseled. He's hung like a fucking rogue
And
elephant.
you know, like they broke up because the sex was too good. You know,
it was too good. She said this sex is too good. I can't be having 3 orgasms a day every day.
No, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. So I came with you.
I'm missing work to lay in bed with you.
Yeah,
mate.
exactly. The human vibrator, they called him.
Oh my, HV.
Exactly. So I needed someone who wouldn't satisfy me, who'd disappoint me constantly, and who my parents hated. Because ultimately, I've got to rebel against my mum and dad. So I went with someone they hated.
Yep. Someone who disappoints them greatly.
Yep.
Now, is that us? No.
No, that's not us. That's you. That's you driving back.
That's you listening.
Stuck in traffic.
And now you're looking at your wife, and it's awkward because she knows that. You know
that's exactly what's going on.
That you're a loser.
Is that what it is? Yes, that is what it is.
You're an Easter loser.
Yeah, exactly.
Have another chocolate egg, buddy.
Yeah.
And just keep trucking that seed up the M1. Just keep trucking that nut, bruh.
Keep trucking.
Have another chocky egg, bruh.
Yeah.
But I am going back to Dubbo. I am looking forward to it. Taking the sister, taking the tonk, taking my fiancée, Ella Dumbrell. Shout out to you, bruh.
Soon to be. She's taking your last name?
I think so.
Ella Simpson?
Ella Simpson. Pretty funny.
Or are you going Eddie
Dumbrell.
Dumbrell Simpson?
Well, I read an article about blokes taking...
Well, Brooklyn Beckham. We were at the wedding.
No, apparently he took you weren't listening. He took her name as a middle name.
Same shit.
Is it?
Sort of.
It's not really.
Well, he says it's a middle name. Technically, it's probably still his last name.
Well, I can't remember what he said. I'd had a couple of shardies.
I'd had a couple of shardies as well. I was off my guts. But that is what you do when you are at a Beckham wedding. We've been to a couple of them. Shout out to Posh and Becks. Miss you guys. Yeah, look, I like getting out of the fucking city, Eddie. We're gonna get that hum out of our chest. That's what I'm excited for.
De-hum, baby.
We're gonna de-hum.
I'm looking forward for a nice weekend of de-humming. Mum will be looking after me, you know. She likes to spoil her children when we go home.
Does she?
There'll be cornflake cookies running around, brother.
Louis?
There'll be pikelets there and thereabouts. There'll be a beautiful spag bowl.
Oh, really?
It's going to be good stuff.
So cornflake cookies will be on the go?
I can guarantee you 100% when I walk in the door, there'll be cornflake cookies on the go.
Can you bring some back?
Mum, make some for Tom.
Well, that'd be nice for the office, you know what I mean?
Well, for the office warming present. And Tobler can have a couple. He'll like them, and so will Dior.
Dave's
like them
pounded
too.
a couple in his time?
Yeah, Dave's had them. They're fucking delicious punters and dribblers. If you want to know how to make them, go find the video on Instagram somewhere. Anyway, so it'll be nice to be weighted on hand and foot, hand and foot, hand, foot, and mouth. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Probably nip down to the golf club for a couple of refreshing ales for the Manly game. Might even have a bit of Chinese spring rolls. You know, sizzling Mongolian lamb.
You don't go long without a Chinese feed, do you?
No, I have a Chinese feed every week. Every week.
You pound Chinese like it's going out of fashion.
I eat Chinese every week.
I don't.
Kill me.
Dude,
Shoot
I
me
respect
for
you.
it.
I respect you. Steph doesn't.
Why don't you like Chinese?
I love Chinese, bro. Steph doesn't like Chinese.
Well, you've got to get a good one.
But I throw Chinese out. Well, I've stopped throwing Chinese out. I've been burnt too many times.
Oh, Ella likes Chinese. You got to
Steph
find
doesn't
one that they like.
Bro, I'm telling you, we used to eat at lovely Chinese places and she just didn't, shouldn't, couldn't. And I was like, what do I do here?
Take
I'm
it to
a man who
Peacock
wants
Dreams or
Chinese.
take it to Peacock Dreams in Neutral Bay, shit like that. Or was it Crow's Nest?
I don't know. It's a long way for me to go. I think it's in Crow's Nest. It's a lot. It's a lot. I'd love to, but it's a lot.
Maybe, like, mate, she just take you down to the Dubbo Golf Club one day.
But it's not around the corner exactly.
Yeah, but you can go to the zoo.
You
with
never
the kids.
invited us out there.
I will. I'll invite little Evie out and she can go to the zoo. And then we can go down as friends and family. We'll go down to the Dubbo Golf Club and we'll nip into a beautiful feed and that'll turn up.
Do we think Dubbo, the golf club Chinese, is where you're going to turn
Yeah, it's
up?
all vibe, mate. It's vibe a lot of the time. It's optics.
Yeah, mate, we've been on optics all day today. We've been fucking on optics all
So what?
day.
You don't have Chinese in your future this weekend?
This weekend?
That's disappointing.
No, dude, I'm going to a nice little farm on a river in Tumut.
No Chinese there?
No Chinese. There's no bloody sign of life anywhere around you. Oh, there's probably people like camping on the river, but
Would there be Chinese in Tumut?
the last thing I'm doing is eating Tumut Chinese.
Really?
Nah.
Mate, the smaller the country town, sometimes the better the Chinese.
Yeah, listen, that's no disrespect to Tumut Chinese. I'm just not doing it, especially because Steph's Croatian family make fucking primo food, so I don't need to go down there and look for other things. I'll be more than catered for, I believe, and I'm just going to allow that to go. It's a bit of a light touch weekend outside of the fact that I'll be chasing around children all weekend, but like from a like cooking standpoint, I don't think I have to do that much. I'm hoping, Eddie, as you and I embark on a marathon journey, which we'll delve into in more detail as the weeks and months unfold, but I'm thinking of maybe doing a bit of bloody country exercise.
Fair income.
I'm bringing the runners, maybe a fucking trot on gravel, just a
Gravel trot.
just a crunch of gravel under some hockers.
Yeah, look, the crunch of gravel under a set of hockers, that's a runner's dream.
That's
right
a runner's
there.
dream.
That's a runner's wet dream. Gravel under hockers will get any runner worth their salt get them
going. Wet.
Yeah, get wet.
I've found that when I'm running
Yeah.
and I'm listening to stuff.
Running or running?
No, running.
Yeah.
And I'm listening to whether it's a podcast or music, when I reach a point where I'm super tired, I actually prefer to listening to something makes it worse, the experience worse for me. And I have to take my headphones off and the crunch of gravel under hockers settles me.
Well, it's settling. Is that runner's high?
I might be.
The sound of gravel under hockers, is that
that's runner's high.
People always crap on about runner's high. I reckon if I had to guess what runner's high would be, I'd say that's definitely what it is.
The crunch of gravel under hockers.
Because if you're fucked, isn't that when you get runner's high when you're fucked? So
Yeah, I
that's
think
probably
so.
what it is.
It's me getting high off the sound of crunch.
Yeah. What is it? Is it taking you back to like your cereal days, or what do you think? The crunch, the sound of the crunch specifically,
Well, it could be, Eddie. It could be.
like a snap, crackle, pop sort of vibe, like a nice bowl of rice bubbles.
Cornflakes, rice bubbles, yeah, sure, maybe. A lot of milk, dude. I don't consume that sort of milk anymore, so I'm not sure what that high is, but I am going to do some country exercise, hopefully. I fully intend on it.
I don't know, like there's no mark in front of me. I don't know how short or long you are. I can't work out if you're talking complete shit. or
Yeah,
if
so
you're,
do you back me in or not?
I think I do back you in because you're with the in-laws and you'll be looking for an opportunity to get the fuck out for a sec.
Get out for a run.
Just get out.
Just
You know
get
what I mean?
Yeah,
there is a
clearly, yeah.
certain energy with in-laws where it's like, these aren't my people.
Well, I'm not saying that. They are my people.
They are, but just sometimes you need a moment to yourself.
Yeah, you need a break. certainly need a break. No wonder you're out of the house with Tonka so much, living with the in-laws.
Just walking the pooch, mate.
Yeah,
Get out of the house.
no dog's ever been walked this much. Tonka's like, bro, I need to go home. My feet are bleeding. You're like, hey, Tonka.
Mate,
it's
we're only
been
2 hours in, bro. What are you talking about? We've got 2 hours to
We
go.
got 2 hours to go. We're literally just walking laps around the same street, up and down the beach.
Yeah. Oh, no, we get 4 hours in all the time, in the tonk.
Yeah, good.
No
Good for
problem
you.
at all. Does Evie like it out there?
Evie was, here we go, conceived out there. Sorry. Yeah, she loves it out there. She's going back to
Does she know that? Do you tell her that sort of thing?
She doesn't understand conception, I don't think, at this point, which is probably good.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, she is smart. If anyone could pick it up, it's her. But no, she doesn't. Last time we went out there, though, I think it was this time last year for Easter as well, and it was like, oh, God, can't wait to get away for a nice, relaxing weekend for Steph and for me. And Daddy. It was just after hand, foot, mouth. I think it's about a year since hand, foot, mouth. I've been in the clear. So I think that's a nice anniversary to recognise.
It is, because you got it when Steph Allen turned 30, because I was at her 30th. And I remember you called me and you were almost in tears. It was hilarious.
Well, you just say that about me all the time. So
Shout out to Steph.
Shout out to Steph. And she had 31 the other day. So I got hand, foot, mouth, recovered. One of the great recoveries all time. They were calling it. And then I went to tune it. Yeah. And thinking, all right, this is nice. And Steph and I had both had hand, foot, mouth. So it was like, oh, this is nice. We can now have a bit of a relax after this fucking chaos. Then I got food poisoning or something like it. And I was vomiting and shitting for 2 days in Tumut. And basically Steph had to look after Evie the entire time. Didn't get a good holiday in.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, you weren't there, so I'm not surprised. And now is my time to right those wrongs and to get out there and suck in deep lungfuls of country air and fucking get my heart rate up and just run up and down some gravel and eat some food and drink some wine. Eddie, I wanted to take a moment out of the podcast just to talk to you about male health. Now, as a male, and as a male who doesn't necessarily take my health that seriously, I love that there is a product, a service, nay, an opportunity like pilot.com.au for someone like me who doesn't like to go to a doctor, who can't be fucked, to just go online, in between, what else am I searching? YouTube, porn, whatever, it doesn't matter. Pilot.com.au/Hello Sport, promo code dribblers. You're going to get the first doctor's consult for free.
Opportunities like this do not come along every day. They just don't.
They just don't.
Opportunities like this are not to be missed. Now, there's punters and dribblers out there that have struggled in the bedroom over the weekend. Listen, you don't have to struggle anymore. Go to pilot.com.au/Hello Sport, use the code dribblers, get the first consult for free. You can fix that fucking problem, bruh.
And not just
no one needs to know.
But also not just early comes and soft boners, just men's health issues.
Sure.
Be smart about it.
Be smart. Be smart.
Pilot. You know what I'm going to try do? Not eat a whole heap of chocolate Easter eggs.
They're too addictive, bro.
I think what my favourite ones are, like, sure, it's all well and good having those big bastards that are hollow, but those little fucking Cadbury suckers.
The ones that are thick?
True the whole way through.
As in there's no hole in them?
No, they're true the whole way through.
I love the little ones with the holes in them. You know what I do? I put them in the freezer and then I bang them, and then there's like a million little pieces, and I just like sort of just...
Do you need to put them in the freezer for that to be the case? Can't you just crack it?
No, but they shatter if they're in the freezer.
Right,
does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Well, anything frozen will shatter.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just the truth.
That's how I like to eat my small, not tiny.
Small hollow ones.
My small hollow Cadbury eggs, they're fucking divine. But the small thickies,
yeah,
the ones that
true the whole way through,
they're terrific, Tom, and I couldn't agree more. A bag of them.
Suck on one of those.
The ones that are, historically used for Easter egg hunts.
And that's what I'm excited for, because I reckon Evie's probably first Easter egg hunt will be this year.
She'll lose it, dude.
Yeah, she will. Gonna get her a little basket and shit. But you'd be crazy to think there aren't leftovers.
Well,
one for you, one for me, one for you, one for me.
Look, if as someone who's as astute as you are
at sneaking chocolate,
I fully expect you to hide a couple where she can't reach. Go, whoop, found one.
Found one. Here you go. That's in Dad's pocket.
Look, there's one in this tree. Evie, how'd you miss that?
Yeah, at 6 foot eye line.
There was one in the gutter. How'd you miss that?
Too small.
Too small. There you go. But that's where you can step in and start thriving. Proud of you, bro.
Thank you, man.
I'm a Cadbury guy, though, or like a red tulip. Do you know red tulip? It's like Cadbury, like a variation. I like Lindt as well, but it can be a bit busy.
Lindt can be busy.
It can be a bit busy for me.
Lindt can get itself twisted in its own bullshit. tie its shoelaces
Look,
together.
a bunny that needs to wear a bell, like I say to myself, are you peacocking, bro?
Yeah, relax, dude. Let your taste do the talking.
Do you know what I had the other day, which I saw for the first time? Lindt have started making like little Easter eggs as well, the same size as the little Cadbury ones, but with the same filling that they have the Lindor, the balls, so like the red, green, and white ones, which were very good.
Is that
I think
right?
that's a bit of a game changer.
See, again, though, busy.
It's busy though, bro.
but it's not too busy. It's small.
But essentially,
like,
it's just an egg-shaped lint ball is what you're telling me.
yeah, but a bit
a
smaller,
lint ball
so it's
in a
less
different
intense,
shape.
you
That's
know?
busy. I get it. I like it. And I like lint balls. I'm a lint ball operator. But I agree with you, Eddie. They are busy. There are going to be some people let down with the chocolate choice of families this Easter, and I just want to prepare them because if you aren't given those little Cadbury eggs, whatever the other option is, lint aside, you're probably going to be disappointed. Some of them are like quite crumbly, you know, like whereas a Cadbury is like true the whole way through. The crumbly like Darryl Lees of the world.
Grandma, shout out to you, don't listen, so you won't get offended, but my grandma used to bring over some rogue selection of eggs and
Brand name or brandless.
I just go, look, they're either brandless or they're like Darryl Lead out the arse. And I go, I'm not here for that.
No.
I'm not here for it. I'm here for Cadbury. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
I'm easy to please.
It's not difficult.
It's what I like.
But it's just not difficult.
It's not difficult. And it's not like they're in the expensive category. It's not Lent trying to show off with bells and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Julian or whatever those Christmas chocolates are.
Oh, they're
Shells.
ritzy. They're ritzy.
They are
ditzy.
good though.
They're great.
But they're a Christmas-
Gillian.
Yeah, Julian. Yeah,
Yeah,
Julian.
Gillian.
They're a Christmas chocolate.
Yeah.
Like Gillian's Island.
Yeah, that's Gilligan, but I get it.
There's another one I saw the other day, which I thought was an abomination on the snack world. It's like, you know how there are those Lifesavers fruit tingles?
Yep.
That are
Yep.
Like pastely, those inside of chocolate Easter eggs.
Nah, dude, too much, too busy.
See, people are trying
two
too
different
hard.
things.
People have
Like,
lost
no,
their way, bro.
shouldn't. Abomination.
Talk to me if you want to make an egg. I'll send you straight.
well, it's Cadbury.
Cadbury.
There it is.
So make Cadbury. And
Make
if you
Cadbury.
can't, then go home, pack it up. You're in the wrong racket.
If there's a, which there will be legal, hurdles you need to jump through to try and make Cadbury. Unless you are Cadbury, you're probably not going to be able to do it. Which, as you put eloquently, Eddie, go home.
You're in
Not
the
for
wrong
you.
racket.
You're in the wrong racket. The chocolate egg business ain't for you.
And it's, look, at the end of the day, it isn't that hard of a racket
To excel at.
to excel at if you're Cadbury, if you're great, if you taste good.
If you're Cadbury.
And if you get your sizing right. I mean, putting Lifesavers in an egg, that person should be shot.
Yeah, well, I think there
Mixing
is a
sweet
contract.
and like mixing lollies and chocolate like that,
Yeah.
it's
That
odd.
brazenly.
It's very concerning. Oh, sometimes you would get like those M&M eggs, and then they've got M&Ms in them.
Well, you know what M&M's are, Eddie? Chocolate.
Didn't hate them. They're pretty good.
Well, you know who makes M&M?
No, so I think it's Nestle.
Well, I didn't.
Oh no, I think it's.
I think
it
it's
might even be
Cadbury.
their own thing.
Mars makes it.
Oh, well. There
See-
we have it.
See, Mars
There you go.
can show up if they want.
Nestle makes Smarties, which, despite the fact I hate Nestle, Smarties I reckon are better than M&Ms.
No, they're not, dude. I get you, Dave, and I respect your opinion. You are only 9 years old, but
It's you haven't
I like
seen enough
Smarties.
winters.
You haven't seen enough winters. And I do like Smarties.
Simple as
Smarties
that.
are a 9-year-old's chocolate choice when it becomes like a more mature palate will go the M&M. The Smartie...
A really mature palate, I think you'll find getting that yellow bag. You know what I mean?
Of course. Well, if you have a mature, refined palate, it's
If you're a
peanut
gentleman.
M&Ms. If you're a gentleman who drinks whiskey and smokes cigars, you also have a nice little tumbler full of peanut M&Ms next to you as well. If you're yeah.
peanut M&Ms for the refined
Fine gentleman. What? Yeah, we wait to see a fucking Boss Hunting do something on fucking peanut M&Ms.
We'd be great in a fucking peanut M&M ad, dude.
Dude, we'd be so good.
In silk robes,
Yeah.
smoking fucking big Cubans
Yeah.
and
Sipping on whiskey.
sipping on a bottle of Yoho or whiskey or like.
Oh, Patron, yeah.
Yeah, it could be, but I'm also not adverse to like $1,000 bottle of fucking whiskey.
I think when it comes to peanut M&Ms and a refined, mature palate, I think $1,000 bottle of whiskey and, primo Cubans.
Yeah, That's the way I'd lean.
in Versace gowns.
Versace or Gucci, whatever.
Well, one of the two.
With matching slippers.
Yeah, not picky.
Nah, my hair will be brushed.
No, we'll have hair slicked back. Obviously,
really
mine's
slicked.
shaved currently, but I'll grow it out or get a wig. But that's the only way I see myself.
Yeah, wearing a monocle.
Yeah, sure. I mean, my vision's 2020 apparently, but I would wear a monocle for show. David, Smarties, again, cute but childish.
Cute, but I can tell you were born in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Or 2001 or whatever
later.
it was.
Yeah. You're 8.5.
You haven't seen enough winners, and that's fine.
Is it Dave and
That's
Smarties?
not Dave's fault.
No, but people who eat Smarties say they're 9 when they're 8.5. You know what I mean? They round up, or they go, I'm 8.5, I'm 9 in June.
Yeah. And we go, oh, aren't you a smarty pants?
Yeah. Oh, you're a little smarty pants, are you?
Why? Where do you reckon that saying came from? Because little kids like you used to put Smarties in their pants.
Yeah,
and
and
lie
you know
about their age.
you know
and
how old
pretend
you're
like
gonna be.
M&Ms were better or worse rather than Smarties.
Yeah.
Not true. Peanut M&Ms for the refined gentleman with a mature palate.
Peanut M&Ms are undefeated.
Well, they've never lost.
No, which is by definition.
Well, you know, as I said, they've never lost.
No, I don't know why we have beer flies in here. I mean, obviously we do drink beer,
Well, we
but
put it away, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But shout out to M&Ms.
Yeah, I don't hate Smarties, Dave, but they taste a little bit like sugar-free, almost. Obviously, they're
reckon?
not. There's just something about them that's a bit like, yeah, no.
I feel like now that you say it, they kind of taste a bit more artificial.
Artificial.
But I don't know if it's almost like more sugar.
But you know what else as well is that a child doesn't stick behind their beliefs. He's already changed.
He's
I know,
already changed.
I'm saying I didn't say I didn't like the
Can
artificial
you see how
flavour.
quickly he just flipped over?
He's a peanut M&Ms guy now.
still
I'll tell you
like
what I
it.
haven't had in a while. Mini M&Ms. Remember you used to get them in like the tubes? And
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was like, you know
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
cute?
Those
You pick
trump-
up an M&M,
those trump
just
Smarties.
smaller M&Ms.
And you just flick over that lid and
Oh, you could mouth a fuck.
you could mouth a tube.
Yeah, you could mouth a tube of minis.
If you had a bit about you and you're a bit of a cool cat on the playground, you could mouth a tube of
You
minis.
could mouth a tube. I wouldn't advise it, but you could mouth a tube.
You could mouth a tube. If
It
you're
was
in
for, again, mouthing a tube was someone who's trying to impress someone. If you were trying to wow a crowd, mouth a tube.
if you're trying to wow a crowd, get a date for the Year 6 dance,
Mouth a
then
tube.
you'd mouth the tube.
Yeah, you want to get noticed on the playground,
Yeah.
mouth a tube.
Yeah. Maybe
You
you
know,
try it out
show
for
and tell.
SRC. Bang, mouth a tube,
Dude,
show and tell.
Show and tell.
That's it.
You know, what's the like the talent show?
That's yeah.
For my show today, I'm going to mouth a tube on stage. Rapturous applause.
Rapturous. I mean, it'd put the fucking Burnabout to shame, you know what I mean? Real Madrid Stadium, loud. Not as loud as the raptures you receive
If you
at
were to
Dubbo
mouth a
South
tube.
Primary School.
Mouthing a tube on
Mouthing a
stage.
tube on stage. I mean, it's good
It'd
stuff.
Put the Burnabout to shame. Always said it.
Always said it.
Always said it. You
Well, the
want to
Burnabout knows that.
get a crowd up and about.
Mouth a tube, mate.
M&M's minis.
Yeah. They're
I
fucking
actually, just to give you like a little peek into the depths of my addiction to sugar, I had to go down to get some milk from Woolies the other day for Evie. Evie has milk before bed, and there was no milk, and it was going to be a
She a
shit
full
show.
cream operator?
Oh yeah, she's full cream. Actually, it might have been for her morning because
She drinks it in the
she drinks it in the morning as well. But you have to get, like, I wasn't going to go get it in the morning. She wakes up all pissy, like, where the fuck's my milk? Anyway, quick little trip down to the shops, nip down. As I'm there, see the milk. Oh, what do I spy out of the corner of my eye? I spy with my little eye. Fucking bag of peanut M&Ms, a yellow bag. if
as
you
in
will.
like the
Not the biggest, not the smallest. It wasn't the thin
you know
bag.
what would you can almost
Middle
like
bag.
almost like the buddy. Remember Coke did the buddy, the 600 ml.
I don't, but I remember they had names on Cokes. I'm just going to say it's not the big bag, it's not the thin bag, it's the middle bag.
The middle bag, not the
Anyway,
big bag. The
not
big bags, yeah.
But I am.
You got to be true blue.
I'd say I'm 4 minutes from Woolworths, from my house.
Yeah, I know the Woolies.
Exactly, Bellevue Hill Double Bay, 4 or 5 minutes. The yellow bag gets put into the little fucking trolley. Why am I pushing a trolley for a bottle of milk? I don't know, but I was. Yellow bag goes in. Should I have had them? No, I shouldn't. Trying to be healthy, but I'm not healthy. Do I have a sweet tooth? Yes, I do. Back in the car, 4 minutes home, finish before I get there.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. In the bin.
Yeah, package in the bin on the way home. How'd you go? Got
Yeah.
the milk.
Oh, yeah,
Did you get
good.
anything else? No.
Yeah, I got an ulcer on my tongue, but I didn't pay for it. Just pounded a fucking
Were you honest about that when you got home, or was that your little secret?
I was eventually. I said, I transgressed and I need to share it with someone. She was like, what'd you do? I said, I pounded a bag of M&Ms. She's like, you're an idiot. And I went, yep. Luckily, Steph and I, you know, when you found the one, you'll know it. But she also, what she's good at is staying fit and hot, whereas I'm not. So I'll pound a bag of M&Ms and then I won't exercise for like 2 weeks.
Does she exercise?
Yeah.
She does.
Yoga-y sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Pilates sort of, you know, rhetoric. But she'll also do it in the house as well. I haven't been on my exercise bike in a minute. That thing's got a lot of clothes hanging off it. That thing's becoming an expensive fucking clothes horse.
So you haven't been on it since you've almost threw up?
Yeah, I haven't been on it for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Which is like, it's sitting there. It's not a good, I don't have an excuse.
Well, of course you don't. But it's the old thing, right? Trying to motivate yourself and only yourself, using yourself is tough. It can be.
You know what I'm going to do? Because this is being recorded on a Wednesday, out on a Thursday. I'm going to fucking pound it tomorrow.
You're going to pound it tomorrow and then get in the car?
Yeah, before I head to Tumut, flog myself.
You've got like a big weekend planned of
fitness.
Did I wig you out with that? Did that program wig you out?
Yes and no. It did and it didn't. Obviously, it does wig me out because it's only just you see the kilometers we got to run. It's fucking daunting. But it's more about it. I love the feeling after you've exercised. I just don't do it.
It's a weird one, right?
Like, I know I'm not going to regret it.
What's weird about it is you know that you're going to love it after you're finished.
And you're going to feel better about yourself.
And you're
going to
still
feel
don't
satisfied.
do it.
You're going to be happy you did it. You're going to, you know, there's obviously then the health benefit. It's like, but I can't be fucked.
It's like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, I should get up and go for a run. You know you're going to fucking love it. And then you're going to brag to people all day that you got up and went for a run.
You're going to mention
what time were you up, mate? Oh, I was at fucking first light, mate.
Yeah, mate, actually got up, went for a run.
Light.
Oh, mate, dude. Oh, no, tell you how you get into it. You go, oh, mate, water was great. Jesus Christ, you had to swim. Well, I had a run.
Yeah.
And then I had to swim to cool off.
Did you see Bondi this morning about 5:45, 6 o'clock?
Oh, mate, beautiful
mate.
Sunrise.
Oh,
a bit cold in the water, but like, mate, worth it.
Geez, in that water fresh in the morning, hey?
Hey, what were you talking about? Oh, mate, I ran, did Bondi, a couple laps of Bondi, and then went for a swim.
Yeah, bit of soft sand stuff.
Oh, mate, some soft sand stuff. Cars are killing me, but you know.
Do you ever get down that way, mate? You know?
No, you don't get down there. Oh, mate, you got to though. It's honestly, it's the only way to start your day.
I don't know how people fucking lay in bed all morning. I really don't.
And do you know what? We become those people when we do it, and then one day you stop doing it again.
Again, I don't understand how that works. You know that it's great, but bed and that the side of the brain that loves bed
overrides everything.
Is so powerful, bro. It's got its shit fucking dialed. If the side of your brain that loved getting up early and exercising
was as powerful,
isn't that ironic that we always think that the brain that gets up and exercises is this powerful beast? It's actually weak as piss.
It's weak.
It bends over. It bends over to the bed brain fucking all the time.
Bed brain
is so strong-willed, dude.
Yep.
It never gives up. It goes, come back to bed, buddy.
What are you doing? Why would you get out of bed?
Why the fuck would you get out of this heaven, dude? What would your ancestors say? Ancestors laying on fucking dusty, fucking hard rock ground, rock beds in caves. They would literally kill their own family to get into this bed. You know what I mean?
Dude, if you're a caveman or woman, you'd kill the closest family member you had just to lay on a fucking koala mattress.
Yeah, just to nip in, not an ad.
Not an ad.
Have never slept in a koala.
I don't even have a koala mattress, but I've got a similar one.
Look, all we're saying is cave people would have killed their own family members just to nip into bed.
And if you'd ever been on a koala, you might kill your family members as well.
Possibly. We don't know. Not an ad. Point is this. Bed brain strong.
Oh, it's strong.
Fitness brain weak.
Weak. So is my core.
Listen, this is how weak fitness brain is. People like David Goggins, who's done it his whole life, is in constant battle with bed brain.
Yeah.
Like, it's a battle he's winning. But like,
he's winning, but he's like.
But if he lets up even for a moment, he knows it's all over.
He's in the fight of his life. Once you have, and you know what? Somehow this man, he managed to turn out wise fucking little quotes to me, and probably to you as well. And it's none other than Hamish Street Fighter Street. But back when I was winning the battle with Bedbrain,
Yeah.
and I was having a yarn to him about it, he goes, mate, you know what? The hardest thing to wrestle, the hardest thing to get's momentum, and it's the fucking most important thing not to let go of. And I was like, such a good fucking point, dude. Well, you know what I've let go of? Momentum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm being defeated by right now?
Yeah.
Bedbrain.
You're on the back foot. Bedbrain's got you on the back foot.
Got me on the ropes, dude.
You're on the ropes. You're weathering set after set. You're just trying to hold your line.
You're just trying to hold your line, dude. Tackle. Give away a 6 again. 6 again. That's six more minutes
Six
in
again.
bed.
Look, like you probably lost a man to the bin.
Comfortably.
But you're fucking knuckling down. You're having a crack. But
Make
you know
your
what?
tackles. Make your tackles. They got a fucking overlap, but that's all right.
And you know what? You know what happens when they score a try? That's you up at Woolies throwing a fucking bag of M&M peanuts into the trolley you don't need.
And inhaling them.
And inhaling them. Why you got a trolley? Because you're leaning on it. Because you're lazy.
Yeah. Well,
you can't walk upright anymore.
Your lower back's sore and your core's fucking doing nothing. Your core's taking a holiday.
Your core left the building.
The core was never really there. The core's checked out. The core's retired. Anyway, have I had a fucking Kit Kat and a Kinder Bueno today? I might have.
Is that were you getting a bueno at the door?
Yeah, after we had lunch.
After lunch.
After we had lunch.
The bueno got you?
Kit Kat and a Kinder Bueno. Yeah.
Well, did you have a Kit Kat and then a bueno and then a Kit Kat?
No, Kit Kat and a Kinder Bueno.
Yeah, right. But the bueno was what I saw you buying.
You saw me buying the Bueno.
Yeah. I didn't, you know what? He was on the blower. I thought I won't ask. But I did think to myself, we have just had lunch.
And lunch was healthy. And lunch was breakfast. The Bloody Marys weren't healthy, but I think the lunch is healthy, isn't it?
Well, why aren't Bloody Marys healthy? You've got tomato juice in them.
Well, I thought they would have been. The way you looked at me was like, lunch wasn't healthy.
No, lunch was healthy.
Lunch is healthy, right? Salmon, healthy.
Healthy.
Fritters,
Healthy.
Salad. That sauce on the fritters.
They're healthy.
Avocado.
Healthy.
Right. Bloody Mary.
Yep.
Tomatoes.
Healthy. Mine's healthy, I think. I had
Chicken.
a salad, rice, healthy. Chicken, healthy. Satay sauce, healthy.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, healthy.
Tomato juice.
Healthy. And then I had a Kit Kat. I didn't have the bueno.
Yeah, you had a Kit Kat, not a Bueno, and now beers, which I tell you what's nice about beers, and it's nothing on bloke, it's just me generally with beers at the moment, / off the back of multiple things of chocolate and lunch, is now my stomach expanding inside me. I might pop.
Are you about to pop?
I might pop in the car.
Are you close to popping?
I don't. It feels like it. Yeah, it does. Like with every sip, I'm like, I might pop. That'd be a bad way to go out. At least be on camera though. Good content.
Great content.
Put that in the reel.
Imagine me just covered head to toe in a popped Birmingham.
Yeah, it'd be mainly chocolate.
What a fucking ordeal that'd be. Tobler would have to wash me down, hose me down.
No, you'd have to make it into a reel first.
Make the reel and I just
Make the reel. You sit there.
covered head to
Keep
toe in Birmingham.
filming, and then we'll work out what we do after that.
I'll probably call your wife.
Let her know.
Birmo's just popped.
Tom's popped.
What do you mean? Well, he's no longer with us.
Yeah, he's popped.
He popped.
We both run the Instagram, so I'm sure you saw it as much as I did, but I'm a little miffed that you and I have been talking about Big Shampoo being a complete load of shit probably for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Then some random fuck on Lad Bible says it. I didn't even watch the video. I just saw him like, oh, I got good hair. I'm like, well, your hair's not that good, bruh. Not like ours. But now he's some random blonde guy on Lad Bible says shampoo's bullshit, and now all of a sudden that makes it true. I'm just glad that the audience of punters and dribblers out there, loyal as they are, were like, yeah, bruh, as heard on Hello Sport fucking 3 years ago.
Look, he's allowed to come up with his own conclusions. It's just you're late, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure someone's come up with the theory of relativity. It's like, yeah, sure, bro, but did you do it before Einstein? No, you didn't. Back in your box, bro.
I mean, if you're coming up with a theory to relativity now, though, when Einstein so clearly has already got that job done, I do feel like you're probably like, why are you doing that?
Well, that's this guy.
Yeah.
That's this guy.
So
it's like
Einstein.
it's already been done. We're Einstein. It's already been done. The models have been crunched. The math has been delivered, whatever.
Calculated.
And the fucking results are in, bro. Big Shampoo fucking the punter and dribbler. It's as simple as that. It's not healthy. It's not. It's.
Get your hair out.
You know what I mean? This is. I don't wash this. I never have, and I never will.
10 years strong.
I don't
10
reckon. I
years.
reckon I've washed my hair twice in like fucking 10 years. You know what? You don't have to wash it. The oils do it for you.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
And you know who got in touch with us last night to say that he also isn't a fucking shampoo user? And it won't shock you. 15th peak.
Of course he isn't, mate.
15th, the snack. Highest cheeks is Himalayas. Ruben doesn't wash his hair. And is there any fucking surprise? That man's hairline is as true as a battlefront.
Think about that. Ruben Garrick of 15th peak fame, of hot as fuck fame, of great head of hair fame, he doesn't wash his hair. And his hair is ridiculous. It will not quit. He is so fuckable. All because his hair's great and because he's got high cheekbones. But the point stands. Tom and I came up with it. We discovered it. We unearthed it. We released it to the punter and the dribbler. Shout out to the punter and the dribbler that took us on and go, fucking oath, boys, I'm going to give it a crack. And have come out the other side different people. Literally different people.
So a couple of people sent us in going like, I'm actually celebrating a year clean.
A year clean. We've got year clean. We've got 6 months clean. We've got 2 years clean, 3 months, 4 months, whatever. It doesn't matter where your journey started. It's where it ends.
Logically, shampoo shouldn't make sense because nothing else does. We're evolved for a reason for our hair to work, right? You're not evolved to need fucking Pantene Pro V, okay? So don't start telling me you need it. You don't need it. What you need is to fucking get it out of your life. Unless, obviously, you want to pay us.
Ella was talking about a shampoo brand the other night, actually, who were remain nameless, but she was like, when you use it, your hair falls out, you know?
What?
Like it shortens and thins your hair. So, I mean, look, that's evidence enough.
I mean, that's shocking because, I mean, it's not shocking, but it's like, why the fuck are you using that?
It's all the chemicals and shit.
That's what I mean. Like, what sort of chemicals are in there? Like,
you know what's in my hair? Natural oils.
Yeah, dude.
Produced by the bod.
Yeah, get some natural oils in your life, you fucking idiots.
If a shampoo company came up, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to mimic natural oils, which you've already got.
Yeah.
But they can't do it because...
It's like when they don't want to make marijuana legal and so then they try and create it in a lab and it's like, well, I could just get the natural version.
Do you know why you have to use conditioner? Because the shampoo that is effective strips out all the oil and then they have to fucking put the conditioner in so you can even put your hair through it.
Yeah.
Can't even run your hands through your own hair unless you've got conditioner.
Wash all the natural oils out of your hair, then put artificial oils back in with conditioner. Makes no sense at all.
No sense.
No sense at all.
No sense at all.
Senseless.
So, you know, shout out to that loser on Lad Bible who thought he was onto a winner. It's like, bruh.
Can you get that video up, Dave? Was he English?
I've got it here.
He looked almost too
His name's
handsome to be
Nick
English.
Coetzee or something. I don't know if it's
I
the
want
South
to hear.
African.
I refuse to watch it, but
He's
now
a
I feel like we should.
student.
Who is this guy? I've seen this guy before.
Nah, he looks like he's from Home and Away or something. And I mean that in the sense, he looks like Dan Wiley, except young. A young Dan Wiley.
Doesn't say in the article where he's from. He does look English. Do you want to watch the video?
No, he's
Yeah,
South
watch the
African.
video.
South African, isn't he?
I don't know. Have you watched the video?
I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy before. I'm pretty sure he's South African.
What, so is he a famous guy?
I think he's like got a following. He looks familiar.
He obviously ripped us off. He looks South African now you say it,
His name's also like Quitzy.
which could be South African.
Coetzee, if it's like the author.
A man ago washing his hair and using products, shampoo, 6 years ago. Wow, we've got you covered by at least 4 years, you fucking loser. No disrespect.
Oh, gotta wait for the ad. Oh, no, we're here.
Dave playing a shocker.
Dear Dave of
trying,
not a
hang
big
on.
technology buff fame, unable to stream this onto the manta
Mate,
ray.
Lad Bible of having a shit website fame.
Oh, Dave of buck passing.
When did we stop saying buffering?
I don't know that we have.
Like we'll say, oh, it's loading.
I think you say both.
But I'm saying, do you ever say buffering?
Volume.
Why you should never wash your
Fuck
hair
shampoo with a V.
again. So about 6 years ago, my hair started receding and started coming out in clumps, especially in the corners of here. I was at varsity and I even remember clumps of hair would end up landing on my clothing and I'd take an extra shirt to class because I knew that my clothes would be covered in hair by the end of the first lesson. And one of my theories at the time was that it was the chemicals and things that I was putting in my hair while I was washing and using traditional shampoo and conditioner.
This guy
what I
loves his
decided to do
hair.
was to
Yeah, he
stop
does. He's
using
blow dried
any
the
of these
fuck out of
products,
it before this
and
video.
Surprisingly, my hair got a
There's
lot
product in that.
healthier And it's a very
There's
interesting.
product in
it's
that.
very interesting. I've now found that there's an entire movement around this. It's called the no poo movement, and it's people who basically don't wash their hair. And you might think, okay, if you stop washing your hair, it's going to be greasy, and it does do that for about 2 or 3 weeks. But after that, your natural oils come back.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
you're stripping them with all the harsh chemicals.
exactly what we've
and then
been
your hair
saying?
can be extremely healthy without having to wash it anymore.
Look, we could sue you for bloody copyright
Yeah.
infringement, mate.
Can we just watch this? What's this? Jada, what's she forcing Will Smith to do?
I don't know. This is the autoplay.
Yeah, it's just a follow-up autoplay. I want to see it, though.
To the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me
Oh my goodness.
if you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Astaire at the red table because she's helped us a lot. Can't you tell?
What is this?
I don't know, but that just seemed like...
That was really weird.
Yeah.
That was one of the weirdest videos I've ever felt, and it made me feel really fucking uncomfortable.
I mean, it does not look like if we can get a little bit men's, women's weekly on yous. Doesn't seem like Will and Jade are very happy.
He seems like a bit of a cock.
He does, dude. But he's also like, my social media presence is my bread and butter. Don't just film me. It's like all very businessy around the house. Whereas more, it's like she's trying to be businessy as well, like trying to promote her TV show about their fucking marriage issues. And he's like, rather than be like, yeah, you've helped our marriage, it's like, don't just film me.
I think he needs to head for the hills. That's what I think.
Run.
Run, Forrest.
Run, Will. Forrest Will, whatever. Shut up. Shout out to that South African guy.
Shout out to Kotzi, who stole our shit.
Yeah. We are potentially going to sue you.
We will sue.
But also, we're just happy that the movement we started is gaining traction.
Should we talk a little rugby league, Tom?
Yeah, probably should. One more thing I just wanted to get to before we get to rugby league. Do you know that dude who is the Bachelor? He was a Bachelor, or he was a Bachelor. And he's fucking jacked.
Was he there? Was he on there recently?
Nah, and he won it. Well, he's like still married to this chick.
Married?
Off the Bachelor, they got married. You know they get married in the fucking Bachelor, don't they?
They don't all get married.
Oh, no, but like, yeah.
I don't think many of them get married
No,
at
but
all.
the way you spoke about it was like shock. I'm like, it does still happen. Tim Robards, that's exactly
Oh,
who it
with
is.
Anna.
Yes. Steph, they've got a kid, right? The Tim Robards and your former lawyer, Anna Heinrich. They've got a kid, and Steph was at the playground, and he was there with his kid at the playground, and they were just both on the, like her kid, their kid, and Evie was on the swings at the same time.
Yep.
And they started talking, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Steph was like, oh, he was really nice. And then she started just explaining to me, it was like, then he had to go for like run to like chase after his daughter or something. And she just started going into like great detail about the muscular nature of him and he had like muscles like I'd never seen before in his triceps. I'm like, yeah, like, like those things. She's like, no, not like those. And like, and then his calves and all this shit. And I was like, it really rammed home how like, even though obviously I assume that she loves me the same way Ella loves you and that, they're very happy with us.
What, you're saying that they find us pathetic?
I just think when you look at someone like him, can you get a photo of him up just for a second, Dave? Like, he's
a fair specimen.
Bro, he's
a fair specimen.
Fucking gorgeous. At least his body. I don't have a big read on his face either way. He's obviously not ugly.
Yeah.
Cuz that guy is fucking jacked beyond belief.
He's big. He's a big boy. Tim Robards. Tim doesn't mind getting photographed with his shirt off, and rightly so.
Rightly so, dude. I'd never have a shirt on if I look like that.
I'm pretty sure he would have done a couple of Men's Healths.
Oh, bruh, he would have been photographed.
There he is, Men's Health.
There you go.
Oh, he's done heaps.
He's done fucking covers for
Oh, is
days.
that his thing? Is he a Men's Health guy? Rest in peace, Men's Health.
R.I.P. Men's Health.
Well, we were on the cover of
We
Abs
were on
and
the
Arms.
cover. It's good to know that we're alumni with Tim Robards.
Dude, he's got like 7 covers. Strong and lean.
Blast belly
Build this
fat.
body. Blast
Get
belly fat.
back
Get
in
back in
shape.
shape.
Strong and lean, yep. Like,
He's on the Italian version as well.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Anyway, I just wanted to point out
Dude,
that,
he's fucking jacked,
yeah,
bro.
Look at that bod.
Look at that. Go down, Dave. That one
That one there.
on the left.
Oh yeah, go there.
That one.
Fucking hell, dude.
That's serious business.
Like, if we're being completely honest here, that is perfection.
I wonder what Ella would do if I came home one day and looked
That's
like
what I
that.
mean, dude. If I look like that, Steph
Like
would.
how funny that would be. She'd be like, "Holy shit!" And if I'd be like, I've been working out.
Yeah,
I've just kept my shirt on for a year and you didn't.
and you
notice.
didn't know. And underneath, I'm just crafting one of the great.
I'm just chiseling away.
That might be the best body of all time.
Well,
You know, honestly, that might be the greatest body of all time.
What about Arnie?
No, but Arnie's a bodybuilder. This guy's just like, I'm hot, cut, and huge, but I'm
Yeah.
not a bodybuilder.
Yeah, you're just hot, cut, and huge.
Yeah.
Well, he is a bodybuilder to a degree.
Not really. He's not trying to. He's not fucking.
He
Mr.
would have
Olympia.
to build. He's pretty muscly, bro.
Yes, but he's not trying to be as big as possible. He's not like our boys at More Than Muscle.
Right. Right.
You know?
Right.
He's
I'm with
just.
you. I'm with you.
He's like, how many dips can I do and sit-ups? And like, can I hang from a bar and like pull my
Yeah.
knees to my chest and shit?
yeah. Can I
right?
break my dip record today?
Yeah. I'm trying to break dip record today.
Yeah.
Look, am I perfectly proportioned as an individual?
Sure. I mean, it's impressive.
Dude, like there's people like that walking around in the wild. Could you imagine seeing that up close? You'd be like, I can't stop looking at you.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Running into that bloke in the wild.
Like in the water.
Yeah, in the water.
Imagine if you were friends with him and his wife, right? and then
Imagine-
you've got to have a like chat with them at the beach. Like you guys go to the beach together, and you're
I was-
laying there like a melted cup of butter.
Imagine if you had to lay there with them.
That's what I mean.
All
yeah.
day.
Well, let's say you want to meet up at the beach. It's like, yeah, sure. And you know, like your wife's fit and good looking, his wife's fit and good looking.
You haven't been,
he's
and you
fit
haven't been in the
good-looking.
sun for months.
You're a cup of hot fat with a hair on it. What he's doing one-handed push-ups,
Yeah, I know.
and you're having to stand there and talk like you're there in a rashi while he's just there shirtless.
I would say, look, if Tim's coming down again,
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
No, I'm staying at home, eating fucking peanut M&Ms.
I'm staying at home because
I'm not
it's too
doing
much for
sit-ups.
me.
That man's body is fucked.
And I know Anna was judging me the whole time.
She wasn't even making eye contact.
She wouldn't
with
even
me.
look at me. And you both, and you and Anna
Neither
were
were you.
looking at
Yeah,
him.
neither of them were looking at me. Or imagine your kid, Daddy. Why does he look like fucking Hercules and you
Yeah.
look like a slob?
Why do you look like a tub of custard?
Yeah. Why do you look like cookie dough? This guy looks like fucking
From
rocks. in a-
Bennett Street Dairy.
Yeah, exactly.
About
Bennett
to go into
Street-
the oven.
Yeah, you're a Bennett Street Dairy lump of cookie dough, and this guy's like a bag of rocks.
Look, each to their own. That's what I say.
Yep.
Probably can't yarn.
No, exactly. Couldn't dribble and yarn with the best of them. Although apparently Stephanie had a good conversation. So that's-
Well, maybe you can.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's
just
easy.
looking for flaws here. Just looking for
Yeah,
flaws.
just trying to find flaws. He's got probably hogged up.
Well, shout out to Tim.
Shout out to Tim. Shout out to your body.
Running out of puff.
Reckon he's natty?
No.
You reckon there's a bit of...
Well, I don't know. I don't know him.
I'd like to believe he's natural
Why?
because I want to believe in that body
Why do you want to believe in that body?
because it's fucking flawless. But I wonder whether there's a lot of insecurity around that as well. Where he's like, you got to be
Well, it's
concerned.
part of his identity now. So, you know, it's who he is.
Yeah. How old is he, Dave?
He is 39.
Still in his 30s.
We'll back him as natural.
Still in his 30s.
Do you want to back him as natural? Is that what you want?
I'm going to back him as natural.
Sure, we'll back him as natural.
Keep trucking the nut. Keep trucking the nut. Keep trucking the nut. Keep trucking the nut. Keep trucking that nut. Bit of rugby league. When we do rugby league on the show, we do it for KO. They're our good friends. If they're not your good friends, then we aren't friends. The home of rugby league. All games live, uninterrupted, ad-free during play. Shout out to KO. Thank you so much for your support. We love you, KO. We love you, KO.
KO, we love you.
We love you, KO.
We do.
We love you, KO. We do. We love you, KO. We do. Oh, KO, we love you. KO.
Now, rugby league is upon us. There's something special, Thomas William George Birmingham, about the Easter long weekend and how rugby league football fits into the mix.
Yep.
For example, the Friday games at 4 p.m. That gets me going.
That's a great example of what you were talking about.
You know what I mean?
And the Monday game is on a Monday.
Which is fucking unbelievable. Because they took Monday night football away from us a couple of years ago. I think they made the right decision in going to Thursday. I really do. But part of me misses Monday night football. It gets you through that shit day of the week. It drew you out. Now, Mondays have got markedly better for me, at least in the last year. So I can't really complain.
Yeah.
But
I don't have Mondays anymore.
But before that time, I did complain.
Yeah.
And I could complain. But Monday night football returns. I mean...
We've taken back the power against Mondays.
We have. Monday had its way with us for a long time. I've sort of taken it back. I haven't fully taken it back.
No.
But
we've taken it back.
they're more man-made issues.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, when you go out and you rip and you tear...
If you're having a tough Monday, it's on you.
It's on you. You're responsible. You're the only one...
You're the architect of your own demise.
Sure. That's absolutely right. There is a time slot that I'm looking forward to, Tom. Saturday, 5:30 p.m. Manly looking to make it 4 on the trot against a Titans side who are down on belief. Now, a stubby cooler, a.k.a. a Candicola, comes into the centre side, comes into the centres to partner Brad Parker of Strong as an Ant fame, of what wasn't actually drop fame, of
Actually
just
injured fame.
He'll be there doing a job. Morgan Harper going for a freshen up.
Yeah.
He's going for a shower.
Go for a spell.
I think that this is where Manly just keeps rolling and keeps getting momentum.
Yeah, this game for Manly is one where it's like a consolidation of your position in the competition. It's like, are the Titans a good team? No. Are they a threat? I mean, everyone's a threat. You got to respect your opponents. But are they someone to be respected? No. So what we do is we roll in to Brookie Oval as per the dance card, which is an Easter weekend humping. We do like rabbits do. That's why, because rabbits hump. We hump them. We hump them into submission. We beat them 13+, and we just sort of chalk it up as like a forgetful win that no one really gives a fuck about. We just pop it in our pocket and we keep marching towards September.
Well, that's right. I think it might, in the story of the season, I think it will be a forgetful win for Manly. Like just a forgetful round 6 win where, you know...
No one will speak of it.
No one will speak of it. It probably won't go down in the history as one of the great wins all time, unlike the win over Newcastle.
Well, it'll just be like a forgetful 13+ win because it's just like, sure.
You know what it'll be, Tom? It's as if you're out in your garden and you're landscaping, right? And you're putting in a new path, and it's made of gravel, but it's also got like pavers in it.
Yeah, I like that.
It's just a paver in the road to greatness.
Which is September. And, I mean, if you then look back across an entire path of pavers that you've built, is the 6th paver in the path going to be any more memorable than any of the other ones? There might be some real motherfucking pavers in there where you had to, like, dig out a tree root and, you know, maybe one of the pavers broke. Maybe you found a snake. But, like...
And maybe the pavers are bigger than others. Like, they're not uniform in size.
No.
So this isn't a big paver.
This isn't a big paver. It's a forgetful paver. It's a relatively reasonable and normal shape, and was easy to insert in the ground, and it's set really easy, and then you fucking chuff off.
And you chuff off and you focus on the next paver, which is the Sharks at Shark Park.
Which
and
is
that's
a much more, that's much more of a complex paver.
Well, it's a much more complex caver. It's a far more difficult lay, Tom, I think you'll find.
Well, you got to level the ground, I think, with that one as well. Right. You got a bit more to it. As I said, tree roots come into play.
They do.
You don't always know when you're dealing with a tree root till you hit a tree root.
Well, tree roots always play a role. We know that. The point of the matter is, punters and dribblers, if we were to take out the round 6 13+ victory out over the Titans out of our path, our glory path, you can't proceed.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean?
You can't get to September without getting through round 6.
That's right. There is no September without round 6. It's as simple as that. There is no September without round 6. Now, you can lose round 6, sure, but there is no September without round 6. Do you understand me?
There is a difference.
There's a
and
massive
it's an important difference.
It's an important distinction that one must make. I'll tell you what else I see this weekend happening, Tom. I think a young, now growing older footballer who some would say the prime of his career is behind him, I would argue differently.
You're calling him young, though.
In Kieran Foran.
Oh, yeah, he's still young. He's
still young. He's still our age, so he's young.
He's young as fuck.
I think he has a big game this weekend. I feel like Kieran is going to recognise this round 6 game for what it is, important.
It's an important paver on the path to September, but it's not,
It's not a memorable one.
No.
But he knows how premierships are won because he's won one.
Some of the most important pavers are the least memorable pavers.
Have you ever heard the saying, the 1%ers? That's what this paver is. It's 1% of the path, but it's important.
Yep.
And Kieran's going to recognise that. And I think Kieran has a fucking blinder.
What do you reckon, Dave? You following this?
Yeah, I'm somewhere here. I'm just really looking forward to when you guys lose and have to eat all those words.
Dave,
I
think you lose this weekend.
Yeah, you lose to the
chirpy
Sharks.
little prick.
I think you lose to the Sharks. The Sharks are getting a big reality check. They've
2016 grand final replay.
You know what I think happens, loser? I think you get the reality check, and then I think all the headlines next week are the Storm done? Is Bellamy
they have
past
been at
it?
the start of every season for
Can
the last
they
6
win
years.
without Cameron Smith and Billy Slater
and Christian
Cooper
Welsh?
Cronk and Christian Welsh? No.
No, they can't.
That's
Why
what I
is
think.
the Cheese leaving? Why is Munster going to the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Is Craig Bellamy done?
Why are the wheels falling off? Is Pappenhausen that good?
Can Bellamy coach?
Can Bellamy coach? Will he retire? That's what the papers say next week, Dave, after you get humped by the Sharks. So I wouldn't get lippy over there, my young friend, because you're going to get found out.
Very careful.
I'd be careful, bruh. And you don't sound careful, but you should be careful.
He doesn't sound careful at all, dude.
Nah.
Sounds reckless.
Sounds like you're riding a bike without a helmet over there, bruh.
And not holding onto the handlebars.
You're doing monos, and you haven't got a fucking helmet on,
You're
bruh.
showing off, going, look, I can ride without holding the handlebars. And then before you know it, dude, you hit a fucking bump in that road. Maybe a road that hasn't got a paver put in it. Before you know it, you're going arse over tit.
It's a poorly paved road, and you're on it because you're a loser. That's why. Who kicks us off Thursday night football, Tom? Brought to you by KO.
Brought to you by KO. I think it's the Raiders and the Cowboys in one of the blockbusters of the season. Cowboys get the job done. Cowboys get the job done.
Is it just me, or does it feel like the NRL has gone away from the blockbuster Thursday game and started padding it with poo?
Yeah, but I think the problem might be that poo needs to be. You need to pad poo early in the season.
Right.
Get the poo out of the way where
Elaborate.
you know that some clubs are poo, but I assume contractually you have to give some shit clubs, every club's probably going to have at least a Thursday night game, maybe. So you sort of take your licks early when the wheat, whilst it's starting to get separated from the chaff, while the cream is starting to rise to the top, Eddie, you can probably get away with putting your faith in poo a little early and going, fuck it, this might be a game of some substance. Maybe there's a kernel of corn in this poo that we can hang our hats on. If you were thinking that like when the Titans and the Tigers played, you were unfortunately mistaken. You took an L on that one, the NRL. But with the Cowboys and with the Raiders, it's a little, I reckon, like you potentially will get an all right game.
I certainly hope so. I like watching a little bit of cold football. cold weather football. Is it going to be that cold? I don't know. I think it might be chilly.
It'll be chilly at least.
I think we get chilly football Thursday night. As I run an eye over the other games, I think Penrith Friday night hosting the Broncos. I think that's a bloodbath. I think that's a rugby league bloodbath. I think it's got all the hallmarks of a crucifixion. It happens to be Good Friday. It happens to be...
That is how Jesus was... There's religious iconography there, obviously. Well, Jesus was crucified on a Friday, was he not? Sorry if this is insensitive religious rhetoric on a holy day.
We're not trying to be insensitive.
No,
we're merely pointing out that on Good Friday, the day that represents Jesus' crucifixion, I think the Panthers crucify the Broncos, and I think all the fans enjoy some beautiful fish and chips because you eat fish on Good Friday.
Do you? What, you can't eat anything else?
You're not supposed to eat meat.
Really?
True story.
Didn't know that.
How's this Easter racket work for you, Dave, and your Jewish faith? Anything? Do you guys not give a fuck about Easter?
Well, Easter doesn't really affect us because, Jesus was just another one of us and we don't really care about him too much. But,
right, Jesus not a big deal to the Jews.
Well, he kind of is, but there's a lot of other Jews that, were also prophets and stuff like that. But,
No,
I get that for you guys, he's your God. For us, he's just
not
like one
God.
of the blokes.
Yeah.
Not my God.
On the hierarchy of Jewish greats,
where's he
where does he stack up against Moses?
Oh, he's way below
Or even
Moses.
like Jerry Seinfeld.
He's way... He's probably closer to Jerry Seinfeld than he is to Moses.
All-time Jewish greats.
All-time,
where does he sit?
He's probably a bit above Adam Sandler.
Okay, he's a bit above Sandler.
But maybe if this was 90s, he'd be below Sandler. So
And on par with Seinfeld, or...
It's tough. Seinfeld in his heyday, much higher.
Yeah.
But maybe nowadays he's kind of... Jesus
Like season 5, Seinfeld would be higher.
Yeah,
season
5,
season
like
3,
Seinfeld
4,
was up there with Moses.
Yeah, okay. So, but Moses numero uno?
Probably,
Is Moses the king? Is he number one Jew?
Yeah, I mean, scholars might debate, but apart from the divine being itself, probably Moses.
Yeah, well, okay, so it's outside of God.
Yeah, probably
it's Moses.
Yeah.
Who's your top 5 Jews all time?
Abraham's also big as well because Abraham invented Judaism.
Did he?
Yeah, Abraham was the first Jew.
Was he?
He was.
Where have you got him on your list of top 5 Jews all time?
I mean, he's probably...
You should do an article on Dave's top 5 Jewish
top 5 Jews of
Jewish
all time.
people all time.
I don't know who would be on the list there.
Well, you've got God, Abraham.
Is God Jewish?
Moses.
Well,
they'd argue.
Well, sorry. Okay, that makes sense.
No, because God was around before Abraham.
So before Judaism.
Because like Adam and Eve weren't technically Jewish.
So technically, he's just God.
Right.
He's
so you've
just
got
God.
Abraham and Moses.
Yeah, Abraham and Moses. I should know some more names, but
They don't all have to be biblical figures, dude. I'm just talking top 5 Jewish people all time. Like Joan Rivers. Is she Jewish?
Leon Trotsky is probably up there for me.
Who's he?
He was one of the Russian revolutionary leaders among Stalin and Lenin.
Big lefty.
Yeah. He's a proud Jew. Einstein's probably up there.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge one, dude.
That's a good
big
in.
Dude, that's massive.
Your list's coming together now.
Dude,
with
you've
Einstein.
got Abraham, Moses, Einstein, and who? Chomsky?
Trotsky.
Although Chomsky could be there if you like a bit of Chomsky.
Who is Chomsky again?
He's a Noam Chomsky.
No,
He's like a linguist, philosopher type modern dude.
Okay. And then who have you got? I mean, still no women, Dave. This is very fucking...
Jewish, well, Sarah.
Who?
Sarah. Abraham's wife.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
There's
why
Sarah,
though? Is she
Rachel, Rivka, and Leah. They're the big 4 of the women Jews.
The big
I think.
4?
Yeah. I think. They're in the prayer that is one of the ones I know off my head. Yeah.
The
All
big
right.
4.
But
big
anyway,
4.
if we want to get back to the Jewish Easter, it's Passover starting on Friday, which means technically Jews aren't allowed to eat bread or anything that rises or anything like made from baked grains or whatever for a week.
That's right. Did you bring us in some of that
I did. I brought in some matzah.
matzah?
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it
That was
wasn't
like
bad.
that really
Stuff we
flat bread or thin, like kind of like
it's cardboard.
yeah. Look, it's not fucking. It's in terms of hierarchy of bread.
You could dip it in a curry or something, though. You know what I mean?
Or like no, but I even think like with a hummus.
Yeah, with a hummus, sure. Yeah.
So what will you eat then over the
or
weekend?
like a tiramisu.
You love that. That was the most. I think like at one point that was the most. Were you there, Dave, when tiramisu was Eddie's most exotic food he'd ever eaten in his entire life? That floored me. That I was like, you're kidding me. And that was when we were literally talking about pangolins being on the menu, and you're like, Tara Masalada. I was like, you're fucking kidding me.
It's pretty exotic.
Oh, it's very exotic, yeah.
I only found it every supermarket.
Said with just an absolute earnestness. It was genuine. I was like, fuck, that's brilliant. Yeah, so what will you eat?
Well,
The bread?
I'm going to eat bread.
Yeah, you kind of rip and tear,
but it's
don't
just
you?
basically like you use matzah as a substitute for bread. So like instead of toast, you just have that shit.
Right, but
with,
like you're not just
butter
sitting there
and
eating
stuff on it.
toast all weekend usually. So
well,
what the
you're still
fuck-
allowed to eat like chicken and
Well, how
meat.
do you know?
and
Maybe
stuff.
Oh, so you can still eat everything else?
Yeah, just not like bread type substances.
Okay. And then do you have multiple religious ceremonies? Like, do you have a dinner on Friday? And
So
then...
there's dinner on Friday and Saturday night where you basically like, big family dinner, lots of food, and you tell the story of Passover again.
Okay.
Through like, the different stories. And there's a few things like the youngest child at the dinner has to sing a certain prayer, which I had to do for way too many years. So
Oh,
I was the
yeah, every
youngest
year,
on one
dude.
side. Yeah. But yeah, basically, but for me, it's a very happy Passover. I've got Friday night at my house with everyone. And then my parents go away on Saturday for like a week or two. So party time at the Bloom household. And it's my birthday on
shit.
Saturday.
And
Do
it's
they
your
know-
birthday
And it's
on
my birthday,
Saturday.
leaving
How
on
old
my
are you turning?
birthday. 24.
Damn,
We
dude.
are getting you something really
Yeah, dude. We've got a
nice
huge
this
gift
time.
organised for your 24th. Massive gift. We actually were meant to bring it today.
Well,
but it was-
how far behind are we? One
Well-
birthday, one Christmas.
Is this your third year? Like, did we start 2019? Or 2020?
I think it's my third year, but I started in May. So like I was
Of
after my
2020.
birthday. Yeah, I started after
you started
my birthday.
mid-COVID.
So
Yeah,
two
yeah.
Christmases and a birthday. Is that
Well,
what
two
we missed?
birthdays, two Christmases.
Right. So it
So
has
we
to
got
be
a
a doozy.
pretty big present coming. Yeah, it's going to be really good.
It's going to be a doozy.
If you were to, like, and obviously we've already bought it, but like if you had like a dream gift that was like two birthdays, two Christmases worth, like what do you reckon it would be if you hadn't already bought it?
That is tough.
which we have.
Which you've already bought it, so it doesn't matter, but like what would you...
Have you ever seen that Shane Warne bong?
I think I might have
Warne
seen the
bong.
Shane Warne Bugue.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I don't know. That's one of the first things that
That's
come
the
to
first thing
mind.
that's come to his head. I mean, and he's basically just been offered anything. Like, you can
But
have
I don't know.
whatever
You know,
want.
I'm not a very materialist kind of guy.
Those Shane Warne Billies do look good.
Yeah,
Okay.
would be a nice tribute.
We'll leave it with us. Maybe next year because we already
yeah,
bought
we've already
some.
got you a gift, so we might not be able to do it this year,
Yeah.
but we'll...
Maybe that's what we got you. I don't
Maybe,
know.
yeah, who
Yeah,
knows?
it
Maybe
should
we
be.
already got it for you.
Yeah.
But we can't tell you. So,
We can't tell.
24 on Saturday, dude. Huge. You got any ladies in your life at the moment? Or you're
Nah, not
flying
at the
solo?
moment. Nah, flying solo at the moment.
Ladies, reach out. D or Dave.
24.
What happened to those lovely ladies? you used
Well,
to
like mid-COVID
go on
lockdown where it
park
was
dates
like,
with?
can't see anyone, and Dave's just out there on a fucking park bench getting into his work.
What happened to the park date?
Do you know what's weird, actually? And I worked this out last night. I actually seem to have better luck in the months of April and May. And it's
So we're
something
coming
I
into
kind
your
of
seasons,
realized.
dude.
Well, yeah, it pretty much is because, I mean...
Well, we're well into
I
a season.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did get a bit of action on Saturday night.
Oh,
Oi!
But it's, I mean, fuck, I can't get into it
No,
too
no,
much,
you don't have to get
but
into it. No, we don't want
It's
you
not
to...
the first time, and I realized the last time was almost exactly the same year last year, the same month last year. And I kind of started thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, it really seems to
April
go well
and
for me
May
around
seem to be
April.
Dave's months.
Yeah.
I was more of a winter month guy because I think I look
for
better in
obvious
like
reasons.
overcoats and shit. You know what I mean?
For obvious reasons.
What are they?
You look better in coats.
I'm not a Tim Robards on the beach sort of operator, am I? I'm just like,
There's not a heap of Tim Robards in you, bro.
my arms shaking just trying to get through one dip.
Yeah. Well, no, dips aren't for everyone. Well, good on you, Dave. I hope
you
May
have
and
a great-
April serve you well.
Yeah.
I hope you have a good birthday this weekend.
Thanks, mate.
I
Your
hope
boy's
the
gonna be around
Storm
on Sunday
lose for
the
your
party.
birthday, or is
Yeah,
that
I
on
hope Storm
Sunday?
lose. I hope you enjoy the present we're getting you. Well, got you. Already got it.
Already got it.
Yeah.
It might look like that. I can't remember.
I can't remember exactly.
Oh,
Dave,
you
if
can
we
get, you
bought
can
you
get
a
a Knowlesy bong as well.
Dave, if we bought you a $7,000 limousine, would you like look after it for us? Technically, it wouldn't be yours, but you'd have to drive it every day.
And how long do you think it would last before there would be many dents in it and it's quite
Well,
broken?
you'd have to pay for that sort of shit,
Yeah.
but like, if you were able to keep it in good nick, you could drive it around. And obviously, you'd need to be like available when we need to go somewhere. But by and large, it would just be your limo.
It would
So
be-
is my birthday present I'm being promoted or demoted to the chauffeur?
We're giving you promotion
that's
to limo driver.
Well, it's not a promotion or a demotion. We're giving you a limo for your birthday
But a
on the
caveat,
proviso
yeah.
that you give us lifts when we need them. That's
and
all.
that you wear a limo hat.
Yeah.
Do I have to wear shoes?
No, you don't have to wear
No.
shoes,
Okay,
but you do
good.
have to wear a hat and a polo that says "Property of Hello Sport."
Like for example, if this was next year and we'd already bought you the limo for your birthday, you'd be dropping us home.
yeah,
Like,
right
that's how
now
it
you'd
would
be dropping
working.
us home.
If
Yeah.
it was next year and you had already bought me the limo, my present would be you can take the limo back.
Right. Well, that seems pretty ungrateful.
As in, wait, we're giving you.
He wants his present if we buy him the limo the next year after that.
You want to return the limousine?
Yeah.
Yes. Or you could buy me a limo driver.
Dude, are you telling me you wouldn't want to drive around in a limo?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
I don't.
not?
Well,
That doesn't make any
it's fucking
sense.
big.
What do you mean? I
It's
don't
driving the limo. You don't get to enjoy the neon signage and the
Well, you would if you
drinks.
parked it. You could go and sit in the back whenever you want, as long as we aren't in it.
Which we would be.
Well, we probably would be a lot of the time. We'd let you look in.
But you get it.
You
Yeah.
could sleep in it.
You get it.
I probably could. Would I have to like do KFC runs and stuff? And
Yeah,
then the whole limo would
fucking
stink
oath.
of
Plenty of
KFC.
that. Plenty of that.
So much of that.
Sounds like more of a responsibility than a present.
Yeah, well,
if
the
you
reason
ask
I
me.
bring it up is because someone did send it to us yesterday, a picture on like a buy, swap, sell fucking
Oh, someone
Facebook.
sent you that?
Yeah.
I thought you were
Facebook
looking for him.
No, bro. I'm not looking to buy a limousine, but when someone sends you a limousine, a $7,000 Cadillac limousine, you stop and you take notice.
Yeah, you do.
If it weren't for the real issue of not having anywhere to house it and probably it being a complete bomb, I would have.
Well, it says it in it. It's like it's a fucking heap of shit and it's got rust issues. It
Didn't
says
read
in the
any of
title.
that. Didn't read any of that. I just saw limousine, Cadillac, 7,000.
And
If
you
there's
thought
all those issues, you can probably get it down even lower. Get it for $4,000.
That's a steal.
You get a limo for $4,000. Spend a bit of money getting it back up to scratch. Get Exhibit into the place and pimp it out.
Pimp my ride.
Yeah.
Shout out to Exhibit.
Shout out to Exhibit. If you don't know who Exhibit is, you too. Do you know who Exhibit is, Dave?
I know of Exhibit.
Oh my god! Did
you ever watch
watch
Pimp
Yeah, I
My
watched
Ride?
a bit of Pimp My Ride and Cribs and stuff. I caught
I
the
don't believe
latter
you.
end of that.
Yeah.
kind of
What did they used to do in Cribs every time?
They're like, "Hello, MTV, welcome to my crib." Is that
And
you're
what would they
talking
do
about?
every time?
They show you through the house.
What else they do?
I'm struggling here.
So am I.
What else?
They'd
do they
open
do?
the fridge.
Oh yeah, right. Of course, they
Wow.
open the
Oh my
fridge.
god.
I mean,
do you know what else
That
they
was
do,
a hallmark
Eddie?
of the show. I was testing you to see if you'd watched it.
Do you know what else they do? They look in the wardrobe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dave's got you here. What? You
They
know,
check out the
look at your
clothes.
cars.
Yeah.
It was always like, what's in your fridge?
You know what I always found depressing was when they do Cribs with the Jackass guys and they had like huge movies and this fucking TV show that was like generational and these guys would live in like 1-bedroom apartments that were just complete trash. I'm like, oh, they didn't get paid at all for those.
Well, it depends if you were Johnny Knoxville or fucking...
Johnny Knoxville would have because he owned a part of the show. Bam Margera, also a sponsored skateboarder. But like Steve-O and Pontius and fucking Wee Man, they got paid fuck all, dude.
I think as the movies went on, they would have got more.
They would have got more for this last one, but fucking not that much. Not that much at all.
Is that us?
I reckon.
I reckon we're running out of puff. Happy Easter. Happy Passover. Happy fucking Rugby League weekend. Love yous all.
Love yous all.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?